I Carry Your Heart With Me was written by the famous experimental lyric poet of the 1940s and 50s, Cummings, who was known for his modernist free-form poetry, where he broke the rules of traditional or orthodox poetry. His work was characterised by its use of experimental punctuation and use of lowercase spelling, which you can see in the use of the pronoun I there in lowercase, and its idiosyncratic syntax, which is strange or individual arrangement of words on the page. The poem is a sonnet with a modernist twist in which the speaker, probably Cummings, because he stated that it was a tribute to his third wife, Marion, expresses his devotion to his wife, and he conveys the idea that they are inseparable, and this love is a reflection of how inseparable love and life are in the universe. So the title of the poem is repeated in the first line. I carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart. Note the use of parenthesis with an E for plural, or brackets in the poem. And these brackets or parentheses are used to clarify or elaborate the statement or the assertion that has gone before, or repeat it in the first one. And he suggests in the first stanza that her heart, in this metaphor, her heart is with him at all times, this idea of inseparability. He says, I am never without it. Anywhere I go, you go, my dear, and whatever is done by only me is your doing, my darling. Note the series of pronouns there, I, you, me, your, my, again balancing between the speaker and his beloved. There's also in the first stanza the alliteration of D, which is a very sort of strident or strong consonant, and again that gives the impression of this confident, assertive voice. My dear, my darling, you're doing, whatever is done. This is a very sincere and confident declaration of love. What he's saying here is that she is his impulse, she's his purpose, she is his motivation. And the second stanza begins with this unusual isolated phrase, I fear, which is positioned by itself at the end of a line, with the suggestion that he fears when he is on his own. And yet the enjambment between there and no fate suggests that when she is with him, his fear is conquered. I fear no fate, for you are my fate, my sweet. And again, that strong consonant T sound in the half rhyme of fate and sweet suggests the inseparability of the lovers. So not only does he fear no fate when he is with her, but he also wants no world. Again, the enjambment creates this anaphora of no fate, no world, which suggests that he is fulfilled in her. He wants for nothing. He fears nothing. This is clarified again in the parentheses of, for beautiful you are, my world, my true. Again, these romantic cliches are invigorated here in this line, my true. Note again the use of endearments, my darling, my sweet, my true. And in the third line of the second quatrain, he suggests, and it's you are whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever a sun will always sing is you, added on at the end. Now here he's alluding to the cliches of romantic poetry, and he says that basically she deserves these hyperboles, that she is these metaphors, hyperbolic as they are, and in fact that she surpasses these. And whatever a son will always sing, he says, whatever ridiculous or nonsensical images are used, you are those. And he reiterates this with the is you, which is not needed at the end of that line. In the third stanza, the focus of the poet's the focus of the poem moves outwards and becomes much more philosophical as he contemplates the universe and the place of life and love in the universe. He alludes to the deepest secret nobody knows. Now, that is he's being deliberately ambiguous here. And he says it's as if there is some revelation that he wants to discover. And he says that here is the root of the root and the bud of the bud and the sky of the sky. Now, these three images are called tautologies, and that means that it's a series of tautologies, that they are words that are self-evidently true. The bud of the bud, the sky of the sky. It doesn't make much sense to us, but it's what he's suggesting here. And note that the sky, root and bud are all images from nature. So he uses this kind of natural, organic imagery to suggest the universe. And he is saying that there's an organic cohesion between love and life, that love is infinite, like life, like the universe, and that the universe has its basis in life. And he moves outwards to this metaphor of a tree called life. And he says, which grows higher than the soul can hope or mind can hide. Again, this is very philosophical, and particularly when he addresses ideas or concepts such as the soul and the mind, he is suggesting that his love surpasses the physical, that it's intellectual and that it is spiritual. Again, with the parenthesis here clarifying what has been said before. And what we have here is this kind of build up to the final line in a rhythmic crescendo. And the final line in this stanza, and this is the wonder, this idea of the secret of the universe that's keeping the stars apart. What he's saying here is that love is the wonder that is stopping the planets colliding, that it is stopping the universe imploding. That is the power of love. And in the final line, we have this single line stanza reiterating, or it's near repetition of the first line, I carry your heart, with the parentheses, I carry it in my heart. Again, this clarifies where he carries her heart in this metaphor, in this powerful metaphor about the inseparability of their love.